say fuck it. I'll just say fuck it. Miss you too, Taylor. Miss you too. Hello, everybody. Benching and Bullshitting. It's the holiday Benching and Bullshitting. I have no idea what episode this actually is. I think it's episode 60. But for now, we're going to call it the holiday Benching and Bullshitting. And man, YouTube has terrible lighting. See if I can see. Maybe it needs cleaned or something. Let me see here. So sorry. So sorry. All right. Not sure if that helped. But if I mess with the lighting for YouTube, it'll mess up the lighting for Instagram. So I got to choose one. So anyhow, we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on. I'm really excited for the next few months. Oh, you're on YouTube now, Run Rip Max. Good to go, man. Thanks for hopping on there. Appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. We're going to talk just about what's been going on. I have not gone live in quite some time. Been really busy. And got really sick, too. Really fucking sick. The sickest I've been in my adult life, which is fantastic news. So anyhow, we were within a 5-week span. We were in Ohio twice and Vegas for a week. We went to the Swiss Symposium in Columbus. We went to north of the border. Technically, it was in Kentucky, but we went to Cincinnati and then hopped the river, and then we were in Kentucky. Oh, Doug, hey, happy holidays to you. Absolutely. Thank you. And and then we came back. And then 2 weeks later, we were in Vegas for an entire week to be at the Wabdo Worlds with Anderson Powerlifting. And then we came home from that. And I came home really fucking sick. And I had a fever of 104 for full 24 hours, full body aches, full body sweats, just I felt cold. It was really bad. Really bad. That's the worst I have felt at a minimum in the last, I'd say 10, 12, 15 years even. Oh boy, that was bad. Got over it, got back in the gym, and happy holidays to you. And so now we're back. So I celebrated the 2 weeks of non-activity, so that's Vegas and then being sick, with a PR setting bench day last Saturday where I hit 1,000 for 20 reps. That was something none of us expected, including myself. I was coming off of those 2 weeks. I was like, I'm fucking sick and tired of this shit. I don't have time for this. I have to train. So I just came full force back into it. It was weird because I went into the gym. Now this is 10 days post, like I was over it, right? But just a little bit of something still, like a little bit of cough, a little bit of congestion. It was almost like doing the 1,000 for 20. And I'm telling you what, I was fucked up for at least 60, 65 minutes after that. I was like, my hands were shaking. My vision was doing some weird shit. But I think the final bit of sick that was still left in me got fucking like pushed out of me or something. Or scared off. I don't know what it was. But so, yeah, that was a PR set by, I'd say 5 or 6 reps even. I've never taken 1,000 anywhere near 20 reps. It was a 2-board. It was lockout work. I even labeled it 2-board lockout work so that people don't get it twisted and think that I think that's a real bench. It's lockout training. And I came in this past Saturday, so just 2 days before Christmas, and I felt good. I was going in there like, yeah, we're going to be. Now the Arnold prep has started for the second time. I started Arnold prep before we went out to Vegas, came back super sick, so I had to restart the Arnold preparations. So now we're back at it. Hang on a sec. YouTube's doing all this weird shit. Okay, anyway. So I had to restart Arnold prep, but I came back this Saturday after the 1,000 for 20, and I was fried. The thing with the CNS, when you fry it, you won't actually know if your CNS is fried until you go back to bench the following week. And that's exactly what happened. I worked up to like 1,050 as a warm-up set to try to go up to like 1,200 plus. And 1,050 felt like 1,800. And I was like, okay, I'm fried. What's up from Australia? What's going on, man? Happy holidays to you. So, yeah, I stopped at 1,050 after one set, and I was like, okay, I'm done. We're going to give it one more week. I will bench heavy next week, and then we'll get back to the Arnold stuff. So I just put all my effort into the accessory work with triceps. I trained heavy triceps on Saturday. I stopped training triceps on Wednesdays because I realized Wednesday to Saturday gives me only 2 days to rest. So I come into Saturday with fried triceps. It doesn't do me any justice. So heavy triceps on Saturday, which gives me 3 days to rest before the secondary bench day on Wednesdays. So that's how I do it now. Dr. A is asking, I know you have already mentioned, but what's your favorite powerlifter and bodybuilder as far as idols? Bodybuilding, I don't really have a lot of idols. Just because it's just not my sport. I know a lot of people look up to Arnold for a lot of years. Early inspiration for me, obviously, Arnold was on the top, top 1, 2, 3. But I'm not really that big into bodybuilding. I mean, Ronnie Coleman, I guess, would be another one. Power lifters, oh Jesus, I couldn't. I have a laundry list of inspirations in powerlifting. A lot of power lifters from the 90s and early 2000s, mostly early 2000s. People like Chad Ikes, AJ Roberts, Andy Bolton, Gary Frank, Jeff Lewis. I just then the big benchers. Obviously, you got Gene Richlack, Tiny Meeker, Scott Mendelson, Ryan Kennelly. Ryan Kennelly is my hero. And I say it all the time. I will always say Ryan Kennelly is my hero, and he is the greatest bench presser of all time, in my opinion. I will say that to the day I die. I think we will never see another Ryan Kennelly. He is the most dominant equipped bench presser to ever live, in my opinion. So the benchers could go on and on and on forever. I was a big Jeremy Hoonstraw fan. Marcus Schick, the little guy from Germany. Man, it could just go on and on and on. But what we got over here on YouTube? Wonder at Mex, of course. And then Maurice Jenkins. Hey, brother, hope you had a great Christmas. We did. Hey, Marlon's over here. What's going on, Marlon? Let's see. It's Guten Abend. It's evening, right? We got, hey, Jimmy, first-time chatter and long-time fan. I train with Rupo. Oh, no shit, man. Good to have you on here. Sorry about the lighting. It's hit or miss. If I got good lighting on Instagram right here, then I'll have crappy lighting on YouTube, so I apologize. Let's see. He started getting me into benching in a shirt, starting off single ply. That's smart. Good idea. Because my raw bench isn't good at 275.6 today. Fantastic, man. Good evening, my friend. Oh, okay. Meine Freund. Freund. Guten Abend, mein Freund. Front, how do you say it? Did I get that right? Ich spreche sehr wenig, Marlon. Let's see here. That's awesome, man. Good. You train with Rupo. He's quite the extraordinary lifter. I think you're in good hands. He's a great dude. Wish we were closer. I'd like to hang out with him. We're quite a distance away. Sehr gut. Oh, thank you. Danke. Vielen Dank. Yeah, very good. Sehr gut. What about Coker? He's a beast. So obviously, I mean, like I said, the list can go. I mean, I have a laundry list of people, powerlifters and benchers that Coker. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess, like I said, there's so many people I cannot name all of them, and I could just sit here and like kick off names for hours. But yes, Coker is a good addition to that list. Newcastle Strength is asking, are you still poly benching? Right now, no, because I'm in prep for the Arnold and the Arnold. 2 competitions at the Arnold this year. I got the Anderson Bench Press Invitational on Saturday, which is a 3 bench attempts combined for a total, which has never been done before, which is cool to determine your placing. And everybody will be in band shirt. So obviously I'm going to be in band shirt as well. And then on Sunday is the last man standing, which I did at the Arnold this past year. And so I'm going to do both. And I'm doing band shirts for both because everybody else is. So I'm not doing poly benching right now. I have a double F6 I was working with a little bit of success. I haven't poly benched in almost 3 years. So it felt a little bit fucked up. So I have to get back into it and get like used to it again. And that process is a pain in the ass. The F6 does need some alterations, and I have not got that done yet. So no, I'm not doing poly benching at the moment. George asks, any chance you will end up trying a bench daddy like Emma and Calais Uleto James, good friends of ours, good people, are at the moment? No, I will not be in a bench daddy probably ever. I am Anderson. I bleed green. You can see that green back there. It's my Anderson corner, which I normally do the podcast in, but I'm doing it out here just because I didn't have time to set it up. I've been an Anderson athlete for 13 years. Loyalty is very, very, very important to me. And Rob Farrell has done worlds for myself and Katie and other lifters and the entire sport. So no, I am F8 is love and king. Yeah, that's what Marlon says. So no bench daddy. Nope, not going to happen. Anyhow, guys, everything's going fantastic right now. I'm just really happy. I'm so happy to be back into full health. I feel great. Feeling that sick is oh man, even I can understand why something like a really nasty flu, which is what I think it was, the full body aches is what really kind of told me it was probably the flu. But man, if I was like 70 years old, I probably would have not made it because I had full body aches. I couldn't walk. I couldn't sit. I couldn't do anything besides just like find a weird contorted position to sit in and just sit there and I couldn't function. It was so bad. My temp was over 103 for a full 24 hours. Bad. Just so fucking bad, dude. Welcome from Finland. Oh, awesome, guys. Merry Xmas. Yes, Merry Christmas to y'all. Conjugate lifter. I've got one. Jimmy, it's a stiff one. F8 isn't as strong, but better design. I've got one, Jimmy. It's a stiff one. Shirt, you mean? Is that what? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Marlon says, was also sick for weeks, but now strength is back stronger than ever before. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I kicked off coming back from being so damn sick with an absolute just huge fucking PR on the bench. Again, a 2-board bench, but even such. I don't really like doing 2-board that much in equipment. There's some value to it. I'd say if I had to put a number on it, I'd say every, I don't know, maybe 6th or 8th workout, maybe throw a 2-board in there to work that top end with volume. I never found that doing lockout work really, really heavy did much for me, but taking advantage of the shortened range of motion, however, and being able to do super heavy weight for high reps. Now that is where I get value. Taking a 2-board max. How much is that actually going to transfer over to your full range? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather work that 2-board range super, super fucking heavy, but sets of like 10 to 15 to 20. Now that sucks, especially in equipment. That fucking just really sucks. But that is where I get the carryover. See, now will I always do 1,000 pounds for 20 reps? No, that was just a full send fucking ham. Like, I'm back. I need to do something crazy because I've had 2 weeks of non-activity, which was driving me fucking insane. That's why I did that. Let's see. He says, I've been avoiding all fevers and flus somehow after February. Knock, knock. Oh, shit. Yeah. I'm hoping that, that's it. Like, the thing with me is I don't get sick very often. I will probably get sick after the Arnold. It happens every fucking year, but being around thousands and thousands of people from all over the world, yeah, you're bound to pick something up. So I'll probably get sick after the Arnold, whatever. But besides that, I don't it just never happens. So when it does happen, it's like the worst of the worst of the worst. And I am down for the count. It's not like, oh, just a cough or like a cold. No, I am like, I can't function. It's so bad. So there you go. Marlon, my buddy from Germany, he's going to compete with us at the Arnold this year. He says, bro, your voice sounds crazy in my stream. Have you changed something in your options? No. That's weird. My voice is still off from when I got sick. It didn't like damage anything, but like my voice was really, really raspy. Is anybody else Am I sounding strange to anybody else? Because Marlon says I sound off. I don't think anything is set different on my phone, but I don't know. Let me know. We got Finland here. He says, so tired of this COVID shit, I'm not going to even test myself anymore if I have the flu or fever. I've never taken a test. Maybe it was in the same singing voice. Thank you very much. Yeah, glad you're feeling better. Thank you very much, because it was absolutely fucking horrible. Wonder at Max says, you know what helps throat thing? Blue Label Johnny Walker. I'm not much of a drinker, but I do have my salt canteen. I got my sodium canteen here with many mucho stickers on it. So yeah, I drink a lot of sodium. I actually drink a lot of the Element packets. This is what jar I have full of Element packets stuffed to the brim. A few different flavors in there, but yeah, drink more salt, not less. I swear by this shit. I get so strong from having a higher sodium content, and our wonderful government that's so easy to trust and get along with has tried to convince us for decades that a high salt diet is so fucking terrible for you. Now, if you live a sedentary lifestyle, I agree, you should not have a high salt content. If you're an athlete, you absolutely need more salt in your diet. I get really strong over sodium, man. So I swear by those guys. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Jesus. 2020, I had to take 7 tests at doctor because of the restrictions and rules. Yeah, y'all had it rough over there. I won't take them shits. I'm just like, whether it's a cold or a flu or COVID-15, whatever the fuck it's called, I don't care. If I'm sick, I'm sick. That's it. I'm going to stay home. I don't feel well. I don't want to pass it on to anybody else like a fucking asshole. But I'm not going to get tested. It's so stupid. I'm sick. That's the end of it. I'm sick. I'm staying home. Boom. Marlon says, Jimmy, I also used more salt after you told me that changed everything. It really does. I'm glad it worked for you. I will drink. Pop this open real quick. Let's see what we got. Orange. We got orange salt. 1 packet. 1,000 milligrams of sodium. 200 milligrams of potassium. And 60 milligrams of magnesium. Okay. I will drink about 2 to 3 of these a day on the norm. So that my overall salt intake over the course of the week is significantly higher. And I get good water retention. I get good strength gains from that. I think especially for a natural athlete that is one of the best performance enhancers on the market right there. Salt, sodium more specifically. Let's see. Would be so cool to see a 400 plus kilogram bench in the IPF again. Yeah, it would be. It's going to have to be somebody else, not me, because I will never bench in the IPF for as long as I live. Made that mistake a few times here in the States, benching it or lifting in the USAPL, and I will never do it again. They got me. They fooled me a couple of times. Learned my lesson, though. So, nope, that is not in my future, but I hope that somebody will come out and do that. I think that's tons of people who could. I wish them the absolute best. But it will never be me. Nope. I learned my lesson. Thomas, Undutchable. What's on, man? Element is so hard as fuck to get here in Europe, so I found a different option without flavor. 3 grams per serving. Oh, great. Which 1 gram of sodium and other salts, 1,000 grams for like $50. Okay, that's not bad. That's about what we pay for these. That's great. I have to use this Element stuff when I visit you guys. Yeah, I always have a couple of extra ones on hand, Marlon, so I'll lend you one. I always try to keep a few of them on hand. Fuck you, Alfredo. Dude, get out of here. This. No, you wouldn't. Get out of here. I don't want people to think you're weird, dude. I actually got to trim this. It's getting fucking itchy at night. I got my CPAP, and I still use the pillows. And, man, I'll have to pull them out every night and fucking itch my goddamn mustache and put them back in. I'm up all night doing that shit. And the point of using the CPAP is to sleep, not be up all damn night. Let's see. Maurice, I took your advice and orthopedic purchased a supercharged RAM for overload work with 2 torn ligaments and arthritis in my left shoulder and impingement left bicep. Jesus Christ. Got 315 for 25 and a 405 for 6, almost pain free. I'm glad you did that. That is awesome, dude. Congrats. That is awesome progress. I'm glad you have no pain. Most importantly, that you're doing that. Wonder at Max. No, not the womb broom. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm just going, whatever. It's starting to come in, but like I gotta just like make it shorter because it's just do this all fucking night. Itchy. I saw the video of you pressing 4 or 5 for 18 reps reverse grip. Correct me if I'm wrong. What has been your best lift without gear? I don't have a best lift without gear. I don't train that way. I will do reps with 405, 500, 315, 225. But I do not test the 1 rep max raw because it's dangerous. I don't train. I don't compete for it. I am not going to do it in the gym. If I get hurt, especially being drug-free still, if I get hurt doing something stupid in the gym, now I can't compete at all until the pec or the shoulder or whatever it is that's fucked up is now healed. So I don't test it. I don't train for that. My best with 405 now is actually 22 or 23. I just never posted it. SMC 6018 says, I heard the IPA is going to differentiate between single ply, multiply, and unlimited now starting in 2024. Yes, great news. Fantastic news. They did that before to some degree, and then they didn't. I don't know why. I don't know who made that decision or why it was made, but yes, they are now going to have raw, single ply, multiply, unlimited, which I think is fucking awesome. That is great. Big improvement, big win for the IPA. That's great. That's my federation that I love the most, competing the most. And I think that is an absolutely positive step forward. Get a oil for your beard. Okay. It just itches, dude. I just gotta get my trim, like my buzzers, and just put one of those guards on them and just like trim it down just to make it shorter because I just can't all fucking night I'll do this. Damn. Super Monster, are you still doing online coaching? Every once in a while, I'll open up some spots. Right now, I'm not, just because I have other responsibilities. But whenever I do have spots available, I will put it on my stories. Like, hey, I've got 2-3 spots open. DM if interested. So just keep an eye on my stories. Daniel Curtis says, what is the lightest weight that you can touch in one of your 4-ply F8 shirts? Well, I've only ever benched. The lightest I've benched in a 4-ply was my first 1,200-pound bench I ever did, which was 1225. No. Then I went to the baddest bencher 2 last May of 22, and I benched 1214 on an opener. So 1214 so far has been the lightest. I don't touch in training very often, so it's only been like at competition. So 1214 is my lightest. Bro, mustache would look so good at you, like Larry Pacifico power mustache. Well, thank you very much. I don't think Larry Pacifico is a really big fan of mine, but I appreciate it though. Let's see. Good question. Purgatory Strength 603 says, what is your breathing like during the bench? Do you hold the entire time? Take one after the handout? I take a breath after the handout because it's all about conserving fuel. As soon as you hold your breath, a timer starts. A clock starts ticking, and every microsecond you're holding your breath, you are burning fuel. You are burning oxygen. So if you hold your breath from the handout, release, and then you have to steady the way if it's a little bit off, and then go down. You have weight from the time you hold your breath from the rack to the handout to the release to the steadying. You've held your breath for 3, 4, 5 seconds, and you have burned that much fuel before you even start the descent of the actual lift itself. So I always take a breath. I'll hold my breath initially on the handout to be as braced and as tight as possible. Then once the weight is in my hands and I have the full load, I will let all my air out, take one more big breath, and then start my lift. So that the timer, the countdown clock has not started until I've actually started the actual lift. So I always take a breath after I get the hand out. So that's a good question. Very, very good. Oh, serious question. Thank you, Alfreda, for a serious question. I have equipped benchers who are interested in a video seminar. Is that something you could do? Yes. Just text me. I will. That'd be cool as shit. Yeah. Just text me. We'll talk about it. Absolutely. I don't know if I missed any good pointers when putting on the shirt. Talking about a super katana low cut single ply. Any good pointers? Well, yeah, there's a lot of pointers with single ply katanas. I don't recommend pulling the collar down. I like leaving the collar, like I put the shirt on, and wherever the collar is sitting, I just leave it there. I don't like pulling the collar down. If you want to get a lot out of a katana, you got to torque the sleeves. So you put the shirt on, and the katana label is facing up, right? That's a straight sleeve. Label is up. Take the shirt off, put it back on, have some, with the label still facing up, but now you put your hand in this way. Instead of your palm facing the floor, it's facing the ceiling. And then, so if I do that, I'm in the shirt. When I go to pronate, when I go back to twist my hand this way, it's going to take the sleeve and twist it. And that's going to tighten up the chest plate. It's called torquing the sleeves. The katanas have that twisted seam on the sleeve for a reason. And that's why to be able to twist them like that. There's a lot more to it, but that's one of my biggest pointers to you. AM says, are you benching 1600 yet? No, I got to get 1500 before I can bench 1600. How many reps with 500? Many even boost lifters can't lift that. I think I hit it for 10 once, reverse grip. That was like 2 years ago. I don't know. It's been a while. Jimmy, are you still on in about 20 minutes? Got a barbell legit question about to head home. Yeah, I'm on for the next 30 minutes, actually, so you're good to go. I am way behind. There we go. I'm caught up. Let's see. Okay, cool. Anyhow, yeah, that's every Arnold. This happens every year. We're at the Arnold Classic, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then by Sunday afternoon, if we packed up the Anderson booth and loaded it onto the truck, and we're driving home, I'm already looking forward to the next Arnold the following year. It happens that quick. I have such a fucking blast talking with people, obviously competing. When I don't compete every Arnold. I did this last one, which was the first time I had competed at the Arnold since 2015. So that was pretty awesome. But I just have such a blast interacting with people, obviously making sales, working with Anderson. I just really love it. Let's see. Martinez is on here. Rodney, what's up, man? I'm doing great. Good to have you on here tonight. It's been a while since I've gone live. Next year can be the year that Travis McKinney breaks Sean Frankel's record. That was untouched for so long. Yeah, Sean Frankel. Oh, damn, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. What a fucking legend, dude. Sean Frankel. Was he 198 and he totaled 20? What do you do? 27? No, what do you do? 28? I help me out. I don't remember. Something fucking insane at 198 or something. Yeah, Sean Frankel, man. Now talk about it. We were talking about inspirations in powerlifting. I was talking about the early and mid 2000s, late 2000s. You got the West Side guys, Greg Panora, Luke Edwards, Dave Hoff, AJ Roberts, and then you got other like the big iron guys, like Michael Cartinian. They say it, Michael Cartinian. Sean Frankel he was in all the magazines, man. Like every magazine I picked up, he had Sean Frankel there. He was everywhere, man. He's just such a fucking phenom, just a beast of a human being. Never got to meet him though. Never got to meet him, which is, and hopefully I get to at some point. I know he's still around, but like I haven't got to meet him yet. Where do I get a decent bar for a good price? If you want the best bench bar on the planet right now is the F8 Sportcraft bench bar, and you can pick one up at Anderson Powerlifting. Unfortunately, my discount code does not work for the barbells at Anderson Powerlifting, but that is where you can get one, and it will ship to you lightning fast. Let's see. Cool. I think I'm caught up. Just gonna take a swig real quick. Don't mind me. Gotta stay hydrated. Oh, it's salty. Whew. Ooh, salty. The House of Triceps. That's an awesome name. What's up? No, I'm doing good. Dude, Croc. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Still is. She was a beast, still is, but when she powerlifted, goddamn. Yeah, see that again, like I said, I could just every time somebody says something else, oh yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, Croc, man. Again, in every magazine, on the covers, in the ads, everywhere. When she was powerlifting, it was Muscle Tech. She was a Muscle Tech athlete. And all the Muscle Tech, which of course they got me. I used to go to the local GNC and buy all the Muscle Tech stuff because Croc was, advertising for them. So of course that they got me. Yeah, Sean Frank. Who else? Let me think. Sean Frankel, Krog Zaleski. I could do this all night. Another one I've not gotten to meet, Krog Zaleski. That's which is unfortunate. I had mentioned a few before. Andy Bolton. Jesus Christ. One of the best multiply squatters to ever live, in my opinion, too. Like, good God, what a technician. And 1,214 pounds is the heaviest squat ever. Jeff Lewis, King Louie. I think he was the first man to squat 1,200, if I'm not mistaken. Benching over 8 and pulling like close to 8. Wonder at Max. Her nail to the bicep mental exercise still haunts me to this day. Yeah, so Krog Zaleski used to take these giant nails and fucking drive them like through the bicep and out the other side, like to mentally train herself to be able to handle more pain. Like just fucking like shit, dude. Paul Offer, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to have you on here. David, what's up, dude? Good to have you on here as well. A lot of familiar names tonight. That's good to go. Joshua James, looking forward to seeing y'all at the Arnold. Yeah, it's going to be this. So from what I heard as well, this could just be a rumor. I'd almost prefer it to be a rumor because I've been to the Arnold in the early teens, 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14. And Christ, was it just packed. I mean, front to back, side to side, corner to corner. With just you can't move in that place. It's just you're just swarmed with people. And according to what I've heard, they are predicted to break their attendance record this year. Whoa, what the fuck? Like I said, I've been there when it's super busy, and to think of it being busier than that does not register up here. I don't know how you could fit more people in that damn building. So, but that's yeah. Oh crap, yeah. But that's good. I mean, that's good for business for a lot of these companies, including us. Anderson Powerlifting and F8 Customs. That's awesome. So, I don't know. We'll see. I was really looking forward to it. We've got, let's see, whole month of January, whole month of February. The Arnold is the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of March. So we've got literally like 2 months flat to train for the Arnold, which I missed out on a few weeks because of, like I said, all the travel and then getting brutally fucking sick. So I have to make up for it. I think we'll be fine though. Joshua says, I'm trying to get a pair of briefs, Manderson, then. You're trying to get a pair of briefs now, or you're trying to get a pair of briefs, you said, from Anderson then, like at the Arnold, or are you trying to get them currently, I guess, is what my question is. Paul Offer says, weight is over 240. Congrats. You're getting back up there. 800 will be here in March. Great. That's fantastic, man. Good deal. I believe in you. It's been there for a while. I know you went through some tough shit, but Yeah, that's yours, man. At the Arnold, he says. Okay, at the Arnold. I will tell you from experience, we don't always have a lot of suits and briefs. If we do have any kind of poly gear at the Arnold, it's usually some miscellaneous suits, miscellaneous katanas and F6s. I can almost guarantee that we won't have briefs at the Arnold. That's just from personal experience working the booth for the last, I couldn't tell you how many years. So your better option is if you want to come to the Arnold and get sized, Kevin is an expert with suits and briefs, and he can measure you and size you, and tell you what size you need. We're also really hurting with Titan with a supply issue, so it's very hard for us to keep suits and briefs and shirts in stock. So I'm gonna almost guarantee we won't have briefs at the Arnold, but you can get sized. He can put you in a good direction on like what size you would need, and you can order online. If you want to kind of talk to them about that before the Arnold, I suggest calling Anderson Powerlifting and speaking to either Sue or Kevin, and he can help you out and kind of give you some direction. I just don't think we're going to have any. Paul Loffer says we're going to the Arnold this year. Fantastic. It'd be good to see you again. I haven't seen you since the Baddest Bencher 1 in 2021. That'd be awesome to see you. I'll be in the Anderson booth all day Friday. I'll be in the Anderson booth the first part of Saturday. I'll be competing Saturday at noon. I'm not exactly sure when the meet even starts. But I'm competing Saturday, so I'll be at the booth, then I'll be competing, then I'll be in the booth. And then Sunday, I'll be in the booth, and then competing, and then in the booth. So I should probably message Keith Odell and ask exactly when the meet starts on Saturday, because I don't actually fucking know. And I probably should. Okay, sounds great. I'll try calling. Yeah, call them and talk to them. They're really nice people. You can tell them I sent you their way if you want, because we're tight. But yeah, I really because Kevin has to drive all the inventory up from Texas to Columbus. It's a 22-ish, 23-hour drive, and he has to kind of pick and choose how much, like what he wants to bring to the Arnold. And I don't think briefs and stuff have a lot of priority. But again, it's also a supply issue with us with Titan. So yeah, that's just how it works. Has some information. Here we go. Martinez. Sean Frankel was awesome. I think his best bench at 198 was 850. That's yes, I believe that's accurate. And at 220, he benched 875, which is rare these days even. Back then, most of the big guys were benching 6 and 7s. He was so ahead of his time, or so ahead of the guys in his class. He dominated. Like the big iron guys, they destroyed. They were obliterating like 181, 198, and 220 records. Those three weight classes belonged to the big iron guys for years. Then unfortunately we lost Rick Hussey because of, I believe it was cancer, which really sucks. But their training methods, his training methods was ahead. And that's kind of where, if you watch obviously the documentary, the West Side versus the World, but that's kind of what put West Side into chaos, because here you have this other gym on the other side of the country. Well, they were more or less in the middle, but states away from West Side in Columbus, Ohio, doing things differently and destroying records and beating the West Side guys. So that's kind of that toss up, like, well, what is West Side really the best way or the only way? Because these guys aren't training like West Side, they're beating y'all. That's kind of what happened. What's the current hydration products you're using? I use and swear by Element, LMNT, drinkelement.com. More salt, not less. I drink 2 to 3 packets per day, 2 to 3,000 milligrams of sodium per day. That's all I use. Matthew Arnold says, your extend, not press video on Lead FTS is probably the most underrated, best shirted bench tip on YouTube. I'm flattered you said that. Thank you. It's just, just something I put out there. I don't think it's the best thing in the world. It really helped me out a lot. Thanks. You're welcome. I'm glad you got some value out of it. That makes it worth it. I'm glad you got some value with it. That's awesome. So Well, we got 20 minutes left. Anyhow, obviously, I've been just running my mouth for like 40 minutes. So if you have questions, that's why I forgot to mention that at the beginning. If you have questions, please drop them in, because that's why I do this mostly. I'll just talk until I get questions, obviously, and then I'll answer the questions. But if you have questions, please drop them in. I got about 20 minutes left, 20 minutes and 45 seconds, actually. So I try to keep this around an hour, because after that, people just get tired listening to me run my fucking mouth. So if you have questions, please drop them in. And then we'll spend the last 20 minutes kind of answering and getting to those. Otherwise, I will just keep talking, because I can talk all day about bench press. Some dude, are barbell rows the best lat builder? They are a great lat builder. They are fantastic for building strength, and strength on the same plane as the bench press, right? We don't bench press like this, like a pull down. We bench press like this, like a barbell row. So yeah, they are fantastic. Well, are they the best? A lot of strength historians and bodybuilders would say yes to that. So I will say they are fantastic. The best, I don't know, but they are fantastic. Let's see. On the cambered bar bench, do you get any carryover from it? I don't see you posting it much anymore. I kind of got away from it just because I get distracted. I think I'm a little autistic. I just have these like cycles of like, I get obsessed with something and I move on. And I am constantly like in this rotation of obsessiveness over different movements. I do get carryover from it because it really teaches me to grind through the lockout of a lift. I just haven't done it for a while because that's how my brain works. But I do get carryover to them. I should do them more often. What's your current food intake, daily calories, protein, carbs? I don't track things that close. I could not tell you. I just know that I drink a lot of sodium, a lot of straight water. I eat every 2 hours, whether with a meal or a weight gainer shake, at least 2 weight gainer shakes a day. But I could not give you numbers. I just don't track that close. Thomas says, speaking of lats, I have come across a new lat pull-down exercise, which makes me feel the lat from my ass up to my arm, basically. I'll make you a video about it, Jim. See if you like it for width. Okay, send it my way. I'll definitely, if I like it, if I think it's great, I'll do it in my next back workout and put it in my Patreon. That'd be awesome, dude. Paul Offer says, after you hit 1,500, have you ever thought about dropping weight classes and setting some all-time world records at the lower weight classes? Well, the thought has obviously been in my head for a while, but that would involve me dropping weight, which is tough, and I don't want to fucking do it. But yeah, it has crossed my mind. Obviously, if I dropped weight and got into the 308s, I would set that record and then continue to lose weight. But to go from 308 to 275 is almost 30 pounds. So, I mean, that's a big drop. So as I'm losing weight, I would just continue to push 308 class record higher and higher and higher and higher until I finally hit the 275s. Then I would get into that weight class. But that's so damn far down the road. I don't know if I'll do that or not. 1 rep max. Then, what's your calorie intake? You. Yes. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I just eat all day. I just try to eat all fucking day. At least every 2 hours, something is being taken in. Diesel Strong. Oh, no, I missed one. Hang on. I missed a couple of them, actually. Hang on. Do you like the theory behind Wenning warm-ups by Matt Wenning? Brutally honest, and I said I would answer questions. I'm answering the questions. Brutal honesty, I don't have a fucking clue what a Matt Wenning warm-up is. I know who Matt Wenning is, but I don't follow his stuff close enough to know what a Wenning warm-up is. My best answer to that would be if you try it and like it and you get success out of it, then continue to use it. I just don't know what that is, so I'm sorry. Really bad at answering questions tonight. Diesel Strong, how often do you recommend floor press? As a main movement, I'd say every second or third week. like max effort, yes, every second or third week. I'm actually going to be due for a floor press day here in the next. I want to have a big success this coming Saturday. Again, working off of that 1,000 for 20 2 weeks ago, or actually it was just a week ago. But by this Saturday, it'll be 2 weeks. So once my CNS recovers from that after 2 fucking weeks, I want to have a big, really heavy, successful bench day this Saturday, hopefully over 1,200 pounds. And then the following Saturday, so that'll be my third week, I will probably do a floor press. I'd say every 3 weeks. I think it's in order. Yeah. And I always do it equipped. Some dude says, do you think you could build any strength eating only a few hundred calories over maintenance for the sake of staying same weight? I think you could. You just never want to be in a calorie deficit if you're trying to build strength. I think you should always be in a calorie, what's the opposite? Surplus. Is that correct? But yeah, I think, if it's a few hundred over, then I think you're fine. But you definitely don't want to ever be in the deficit. Although I'm not really a dietitian, so I don't know, but I do know you don't want to be deficient of calories in building strength. Thoughts on J.M. Blakely and the J.M. press? Well, J.M. Blakely is an amazing athlete, and what he did in the sport, what he's still doing for the sport is fantastic, and he's a really good dude from what I hear. And I really am a big fan of Dave Tate and Elite FTS, so I think he's fucking sweet. The J.M. press, I've never figured out how to do a J.M. press in my entire fucking life. I've tried. I cannot figure it out. Now, I will say I can do the J.M. press on incline. That works. I love incline J.M. press. Super simple. For some reason in my brain, it works. Just take the bar out with a medium grip and bring the bar to your face. Boop. And it turns into a J.M. press. That's super simple. For some reason, I can't do that on flat. So J.M. press, flat J.M. press has had exactly 0% to do with my benching prowess and strives. Incline J.M. press has had more than 0%, probably more upper, maybe into the double digits. But flat J.M. press, forget it. I've never been able to do it, and I just don't fuck with it. I just can't figure it out. Let's see. Paul Offer says, I don't count calories either. I've gained 18 pounds in about 2 weeks. I think I'm going to stay where I'm at and just get stronger. I'm a big fan of that. Like, why drop weight? If you're trying to cut weight, if you're trying to do a massive water cut, 10, 15, 20 pounds and do all this crazy shit, that's fantastic. If you're going for some kind of crazy, really old all-time world record, if you're just doing it just to do it, I think it's really a waste of time. I'm a big fan of being in a weight, getting super strong, being comfortable, and just compete there. I've always done that. I've never cut. Fuck cutting. Let's see. What Rep Mech says, okay, hear me out. Thoughts on gorilla kibble? The fuck is gorilla kibble? 20% protein, $30 for 25 pounds. Is it, gorilla kibble? What gorillas eat? Oh, bro, that sounds gross. No, man, no. Unless that's slang for some other thing I'm not aware of. That sounds disgusting. Everything equipped. Thank you for the explanation. Winning warm-ups is essentially pre-fatiguing the muscles before the main movement. 4 exercises, 25 reps, 4 sets, then the main movement. I don't really have a true on the spot. I don't really have an opinion. No, fuck you, dude. I don't know who this Dino 70 is, but I don't go live with people. I don't think go okay, I can see pre-exhaustion being okay, I'll say this. When I train deadlift, and I suck at deadlift, okay, but I never if I was doing full power, if I was a full power lifter, right? I would never want to train deadlift fresh because you will never be fresh for deadlift in a full power meet. So when I do deadlift, which I suck at it, I never train it fresh. I will do a max squat or a box squat or a good morning, and then I will go deadlift. So in that sense, it makes sense in my brain. But if it's something like for bench or for squat, I'm sure there's value to it. I've heard this a lot. The Wenning warm up. This is the first explanation I've actually heard. I could probably look it up myself, but I never have. So I don't know. I mean, if you want to train pre-exhausted, then I guess I would never train pre-exhausted for like bench because I just do bench. I don't do full power, at least right now. So there's no reason for me to train pre-exhausted. Now, could there be some value with it? Maybe, but I've never done it, and I don't see myself ever doing it. Simple explanation and reasoning. Let me see here. Let's see. About the electrolyte salts I mentioned, per 1 gram without taste, it's 260 milligrams of sodium and 77 grams of potassium, 47 milligrams of calcium, magnesium, 1 gram of sodium, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Per 4 grams served, does this match Element? Element literally has 3 ingredients, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 potassium, 60 magnesium. That's it. There's nothing else in it. So it sounds pretty similar. There's some extra stuff in there. But yeah, it's pretty similar to Element. I just like the convenience of it. It's in individual packs. It comes in a box of 30. And with a subscription, I think I pay $39 for a pack of 30, which is not bad. Not bad at all. It's $45 without a subscription, so you save $6. So yeah, I got turned on to these guys because of Dave Tate with Elite FTS, and I started drinking it and doing research. Of course, I always do individual research on like sodium intake, and I look at what their research is and what the reasoning behind it is, and like we should be taking in more salt, not less. And I believe in these guys and what they do. And it's super basic. Like I said, what Dave Tate always says: everything you need, nothing you don't. So, some dude says, "Do you think Julius Max is done breaking records?" No, I don't think he is. And do you think anyone else could bench 800 raw? Yeah, of course I do. Just like I think somebody else could bench 12, 13, and 1,400 pounds like I could. I think there's billions of people on the planet. There's bound to be other people who can do those things. Just a matter of getting them to train for it and have them do it. And I don't think he's done though. He's not done. No, he'll do it. He'll do it eventually. I think he'll still be the first to do it. I don't think anybody's going to beat him before, but yeah. But do I think it's like it can never be done by anybody else? No. I think there's tons of people who could do the things we do. Yep. Let's see. Oh, shit. Thomas says, next question. Different gym had seemingly new barbells. Turned out these are 28 millimeter barbells. Okay, 28. Okay. Brand claims 209K PSI. The barbell turned into half a pool noodle with only 4 plates per side. No, that claim is full of shit then. If a bar turns into a noodle with 4 plates a side, then that 209,000 PSI rating is absolute fucking dog shit. Not real. There's no fucking way. Nope. Is this a BS barbells or BS PSI? A really stiff barbell would usually be about 30 millimeters. Like the F8 Sportcraft bars are 30 millimeters. So 28 is a little bit thinner. Not bad. Your deadlift bars, I'll say this, your standard, like a Texas deadlift bar, the real thin, flexible deadlift bars are 27 millimeters. So you're only 1 millimeter thicker than your like standard deadlift specialty bar. So that entire rating is absolute crap. I don't think that's legit. Okay. Yeah. I think you got a good thing there, bud. Oh, I got a few minutes left. Let's see here. Let's see. Wonder Max says, no, it's literal gorilla kibble. That's disgusting. From Zoo Supply Company, 100% plant-based. Reviews say smells like coconut banana. formulated for growth and reproduction. Tempting as fuck, he says. Not terribly tempting to me, but I think he had a good initiative. I don't know if I'd recommend eating gorilla kibble, but again, maybe there's no harm in trying, but I'm not going to do it. You do it first. You tell me how it goes. Yeek. I don't know about that. Let's see. Because it already had like bar bent as well in the freaking rack of 4 plates per side, and it literally whipped up and down when only unracking on squats. That was insane to me. Yeah, I would absolutely be calling that shit out. Like, find out who the company is and be like, now, could that barbell be loaded up to whatever its rating is and survive? Maybe. Like, it probably won't break in half, but will it bend and then snap back to its original position? Probably not. I've seen videos on YouTube where they pick up like a loaded barbell from a forklift and they pick it up and it starts to bend. And they pick it up and they put it back down. And then when the forklift pulls out, the bar stays like this. It doesn't bounce back to its original position. So, I mean, every bar on the market, I'm pretty sure, is made of some type or alloy of steel, some type of steel. Steel is very, very rigid, very, very strong. It can bend and snap back to its original position. It has a high melting point, like all these cool things. Steel is very, very cool. But I just, yeah, if a bar turns into a noodle with 4 plates, then you can't convince me, because the F8 Sportcraft bars have a PSI rating of 230,000 PSI. And I've only had trouble with an F8 Sportcraft bar with that kind of rating loaded up to 1,400 pounds, not 400 pounds, but 1,400 pounds. I had problems with that when I benched 1,400, and I had some whip and oscillation problems with it. So at that weight, I can understand it, but not at 405. That makes no fucking sense. Some dude says, is a 300 raw bench and 500 raw deadlift very doable for most natural lifters, would you say? Yes. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. I think anything is possible. I say this a lot, and the 2 words that piss off most people in the fitness industry is drug-free. Don't understand why. But I can honestly tell you from experience, you can do anything. I told a couple of young lifters this when I was at this last meet, and I said, hey, man, like, best of 4, they were kind of telling me their goals and stuff, and I said, hey, anything can be done. You can achieve anything you set your mind to, and you can do it without drugs. I'm telling you it's possible because I've fucking done it. 300-pound raw bench, 500-pound raw deadlift, very doable for most natural lifters. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, not even a doubt. I would add 100 pounds to each of those and still say that's very, very, very doable for anybody drug-free. Now, like, genetics and body weight play a factor in that too, but at the same time, yes, very doable. Keep you posted. I'm going to run it by Canelli too. You do that 1 rep max. You do that. Send it to Mendy. See what Mendy would fucking do it. You send that shit to Mendy. I'm sure maybe he'll fucking do it. He'd be crazy enough to try. So you can send it to him. Send it his way. Let's see. Let's see. 210. Freaking rack. Yeah. Yeah, Thomas, I think those bars are just not what I don't think that's truthful. Tactical Security says, do you like to incorporate regular supplements, i.e. vitamin D3, multivitamins, vitamin C, pre-workout, creatine, aminos? What's your favorite? So right now I only supplement with sodium and weight gainer. That's all I take. Now, I have done D3, vitamin D3, which is actually not a vitamin at all. It's a hormone. It's actually it's manufactured by the human body and the kidneys, I'm pretty sure. When I take vitamin D3, again, I feel like Superman. I feel really strong and healthy. I was taking 10,000 IUs of vitamin D per day, D3, not D2, D3. I got away from it. I need to get back to taking vitamin D. So I had to reintroduce it to myself, taking about maybe 2,000 or 4,000 a day for maybe a month, increase that to 5 or 6, and then maybe increase that to 10 over time. But I've really got away from vitamin D. Pre-workouts suck. I don't take any pre-workouts. Creatine, I've had limited success with creatine. I've tried creatine monohydrate, which is like the old classic, like, most, most research supplement in the entire industry. I've tried creatine HCl hydrochloride, which is the micronized creatine. I limited success. But I swear by sodium and a high, really dense calorie weight gainer. Captain Protein Cookie says, what about going out in sunlight? I mean, you do you. I don't go out in the sunlight, so I supplement with vitamin D. Super Monster says, what sort of salt and how much per day? Well, I've been talking about it most of the live. Element, LMNT, drinkelement.com, LMNT. I take 2 to 3 grams per day of Element every day. So that's, let's round up and say 3,000 a day for 7 days, 21,000 grams. I'd be dead. Milligrams, 21 grams, 21,000 milligrams of salt or sodium rather per week. On average, maybe vary up and down, day to day, but favorite supplement, CPAP. I've been supplementing with CPAP for the last 3 years, and really happy about it. Changed my life. Not just my lifting, my entire life has been changed doing the CPAP game. I don't know what that means. Some dude says, do you think the risk of heart attack problems with energy drinks are overstated? I don't know anything. I don't know. That's a good question for a physician. I think caffeine, actually did some research with Katie, and she found that if you take an excess amount of caffeine per day, like 400 milligrams or more each day, that can be kind of bad for you. And we also did some research and found that high amounts of caffeine on a daily basis can actually make your bones weaker. And that turned me off of creatine real quick, because I need these bones to stay dense enough to handle 1,400 or 1,500 pounds on the bench. And I don't need my bones to get any fucking weaker. So I don't drink a lot of energy drinks. Again, like, I consider energy drink to be kind of like pre-workout-esque. It's a little bit different. It's RTD, ready to drink. Overrated as fuck. I don't do a lot of energy drinks. I am more concerned with proper hydration, salt intake, water retention than I am with creatine and beta alanine and vitamin B vitamins, all this garbage. I don't do pre-workouts. I just don't fucking do them anymore. I don't need them. I need proper nutrition, proper hydration, proper mental state of mind, and training, and my friends, my family being around. That's all I need to be successful. Wait, what makes bones weaker? Caffeine. High amounts of caffeine. Feel free to fact check me on that, anybody. But from what we researched, me and Katie, somebody who takes in, we're talking like 400 to 500 milligrams of caffeine per day, which is a lot, can make your bones weaker. That's what we found. I was like, not doing that anymore. So at most, like, I might have one rain during a workout, maybe, not very often, but so yeah, look that up. Caffeine, not good for you. So I turned on to decaf coffee. I love coffee. I love coffee because of the way it tastes, not because of plus caffeine. I think I'm immune to caffeine because I think I shot all my receptors when I was a teenager, when we were like obsessed with that stuff, like Monsters when they first. I remember when Monsters first came out. Like we were in middle school when that shit came out, high school. But caffeine doesn't do shit for me. So I drink coffee for the flavor, for the taste. So I switched to decaf because I don't need the caffeine anyway, and I like the taste of coffee. So let's see. Favorite ammonia inhalant. We at Anderson Powerlifting have the Asylum, or Toxin, right? They're a company up in Canada. We have, I think, 3 different ammonia inhalants. I don't use them a lot anymore, to be perfectly honest with you. I just don't use them. I found that getting too fucking hyped, like taking hits of ammonia and getting slapped around and yelling and hooting and hollering, like that was just wasting so much energy before a big lift. So I kind of got away from ammonia, but we have 3 products, I believe, on the Anderson Powerlifting website. There's the Toxin, the Asylum, and then we also have a metal canister that's refillable, where you can just have the metal canister. Once it's dead, you can get a new pack of unactivated ammonia, and you put it in there, put some water in there, shake it up, and it's brand new. So if you need anything from Anderson Powerlifting, again, I have a code right there, Kolbstrong. That is my 10% off code. Sorry, guys, I was pointing at Instagram over here. Kolbstrong, Kolbstrong, one word is my code for Anderson Powerlifting. It's 10% off anything in the store, except the barbell. The F8 Sportcraft barbell from F8 Power Customs is not going to work with that code. You can get anything else: knee wraps, wrist wraps, elbow sleeves, knee sleeves, belts, suits, F8 bench shirts, Widowmakers, anything you can think of. 10% off when you use code Kolbstrong. Let's see. Well, it's more nootropics, really. Yep. Cool, guys. No BS ammonia is pretty good too. They sent me stuff. Like I had stuff getting sent to me from Zone, from Juji Mufu, from No BS. These guys would just send me these salts, and I would do reviews for them. I got away from that because I was like, well, I'm kind of promoting brands that we don't sell at Anderson Powerlifting, so I stopped doing that. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I couldn't tell you the strongest one I ever tried. There's so many. And at some point, it's like, okay, how much more stupid can it get? How much more strong can it get, and why? Why would you want it to be that damn strong? No BS. Ammonia was very fucking strong. The Skull Smash 1 pound monster jar was pretty fucking bad. The Zone, the ones that come in the metal canisters, those are stupid strong. It's just, and I know Juji Mufu has the salts, which are supposed to be the strongest in the world. Never tried it, never will. I don't want any part of that. Wonder at Mexico, what about bath salts? Yeah, I don't know about that. Probably not a good idea, from what I've heard. That one gave you PTSD. Yeah, I opened one once, and there was a fan that was up on the ceiling or on the wall near the ceiling, and I opened it and I held it away like this, and the fan took it, and the entire gym smelled it. It was like, oh my God. So I forget which one that was. I think it was the 1 pound jar from Skull Smash, the 1 pound of a fucking ammonia. Jesus Christ, guys. So anyhow, I think it's been a good night. I've had a lot of good questions. I appreciate you all from hopping on here. This has been the holiday edition of Benching and Bullshitting. Now that we're home for a while, we're not sick, and we're not traveling until the Arnold Classic, March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. We will be on here hopefully every Monday night. I didn't want to go on last night with Christmas, so every Monday night we will be on here hopefully at about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, that's Eastern Standard Time because we're over here in Virginia. Yeah, benching and bullshitting. I believe this is episode 60. I could be wrong. I just called the holiday edition because I have no idea exactly what time it is or what episode it is. Again, with Anderson Powerlifting, my main sponsor. I've been with them for 13 years. Use code Kolbstrong, KOLBSTORONG, for 10% off anything in the store except for the barbell. Remember that. Doesn't work for the barbell. We also have the Kolbstrong Scholarship Foundation, where we take donations. We also do fundraiser events throughout the year, raising money for the younger generation of powerlifters. For every $1,000 we raise, we sponsor one young athlete between the ages of 13 to 23, so the teenage and junior divisions of powerlifting. This year, we're right around $2,000. Last year, we raised $12,000, which is fucking amazing. And then at the start of every January, we take applications. All you have to do is go to the kolbstrongscholarship.com. It's a website. You can find out the application process for your young athlete. Have them fill out the application. We go through them all, pick the ones that need it the most. And then by the beginning of February or March, we start sending out $1,000 checks to young powerlifting athletes to use for whatever they want. That could be getting into competitions, travel, expenditures, gym dues, new equipment, blow it on a PS5 or a PS, whatever the fuck new consoles are out there. It doesn't matter. It's their money, $1,000. So anyway, that's going to be about it for tonight, guys. Thank you for hopping on here. I've had a great time. Happy holidays to everybody. I know the New Year's coming up really quick. I'll be on here next Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for some more benching and bullshitting. Hopefully we'll have a good workout this weekend, really heavy. It's been 2 weeks post 1,000 pounds for 20 reps. I should be good to go. I'll let you know how it goes. Thank you all for subscribing to the YouTube members, of course. Also Patreon. I forgot to mention that. If you want to see what I do in the gym, every workout, every rep of every movement I do 5 days a week with full commentary over top of it. Okay, that's 5 workouts every single week. You can subscribe to my Patreon, Kolbstrong on Patreon, or YouTube members, Jimmy Kolb on YouTube. $10 a month. You get to watch everything I do with full commentary. See what I do behind the scenes in the gym that lead me to these big bench presses, right? The first human being to bench 1,200, 1,300, and 1,400 pounds. If you want to see what I do in the gym, subscribe to Patreon for $10 a month or YouTube members, okay? For the same content. Everybody, please have a good rest of your holiday season. Like I said, New Year's is coming up pretty soon. Next Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be back on here to answer your questions about bench. Have a good night, everybody, and a good week. Spend some good time with your family and lift some big weights for me as well. All right, see you next time.